there would be no high school teams if there's no elementary or middle school teams.
I'm about to shout. Let me.
Because
do it 'cause you can. Do it with your fam. Do it in the stand. Show 'em you a fan.
Welcome to another edition of the Step Exchange. In the building today, we got Charlotte, North Carolina, and we're going all the way up to New York City. All right, we got Coach D from Charlotte, North Carolina, Xplosive Dynasty. What's up, Coach D? How you doing today?
Hey, what's up?
Good. And all the way from New York City, this brother needs no introduction. You already know his team is one of my favorite female step teams, STEPPAZ. You know, I say that whole chant, all right? I love it. All right, we got Coach Khalil from Steppaz in Command. What's good?
How you doing? What up? How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good. You taking me back because you know I'm from New York and all this New York accent is taking me back. I'm getting excited. All right, it's taking me home. All right. All right, but before we talk to these two brothers, I want you guys to see a video clip of a hot step team coming from Texas. Everybody take a look at G5. And we're back. That was G5 out of Texas, one of my favorite male teams. I live for that team. All right, but let's get into these questions here. Y'all ready for these questions? Questions? All right.
I'm ready to clear the air.
I know. Oh, yeah. and I put it on Instagram yesterday, so they're gonna know. Oh, it was him. All right. So let's just set the foundation. All right, Coach Khalil, what made you start coaching?
The coaching, bro, pretty much what everybody doesn't realize about me in the step world, that I've been around stepping since I was a child. My mother's a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and she pretty much was my foundation of how I got into startup stepping, and she pretty much took me under her wing. Of course, like I wouldn't say necessarily coaching, but like I was learning steps and then teaching it once I got like advanced into it. But like I really started coaching in 2009 when I went back to my high school, Sheepshead Bay High School, Bombay Steppaz. That's who originally it was. Before there was a Steppaz in Command, there was a Bombay Steppaz. That's who I was a part of. So I started coaching in 2009 and here I am.
I do remember Bombay Steppaz. I remember that name. Oh yeah. Coach D, what about you? What made you get into stepping? What made you start coaching stepping?
To go back to being in 5th grade, I started stepping then. I'm an old school style step. I did coach Myers Park High School here in Charlotte, North Carolina, MP Legacy, and I also coach Randolph Middle School Army Charm step team. So my style of step is old school, and I'm trying to get into the new style.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't blame you. Look, you just bring some old school into it. You know what I'm saying? I tell you all the time, old school stepping, we're gonna keep that alive. Them styles keep alive. All right, well, good. All right, well, we got that out the way. Here we go. My questions are on my phone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm using my questions on my phone. So you see me looking over, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking at my phone. All right, here we go. Number 1. I'm going down the list here. All right. What is your inspiration, or who is your inspiration? We know we have steppers, we inspire steppers, but who inspired you? Coach D.
My mentor, actually, she's been a part of my life since I was in kindergarten. And I work for a small nonprofit called Firm Foundations Youth and Family Outreach here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We work with a lot of teens, a lot of mentoring programs, after school, summer camp programs, and it's strictly teens. A lot of teens get left out of a lot of after school programs once they age out of the age of 12. So I do what I do for the youth, strictly for the teens.
That's it. Coach Khalil, same question. Who is your inspiration?
My inspiration comes from a plethora of people, but 9 times out of 10, my inspiration comes from my 12-year-old son. He's the one that gives me, even though he's not into the stepping, he's more so a football player, but I get the inspiration from him. So the reason why I keep continuing doing this. But yeah, so that's where I get my inspiration from, pretty much.
Awesome. Well, while I have you here, I have a question for you. This happened in 2019. You made a post, and the post was screenshotted. I read the post. I liked the post, but that post was screenshotted all around the step community, but nobody said it was a lie. Everybody was like, where's the lie? Everybody, you wondering what I am talking about. Coach Khalil made a comment about youth step, not about youth step in a bad way, but he made a comment about the national competition, and I'm going to let him talk about that comment because there's no lies detected when you hear this. Go ahead, Coach Khalil.
So pretty much the comment came from the night of nationals. First of all, let me just elaborate my resume when it comes to youth step. I'm one of the predominantly people coaches, and when I mean coaches, like I'm an actual coach that actually steps, no shade to nobody else. I was the one that pretty much was getting youth step organization into different schools. Like I was bouncing around from school to school, teaching step classes, whether it was an hour here, yes, of course it was compensated or whatever the situation is, but I was doing that groundwork out. It wasn't more so worried about competing as much because it was just like a competition and I don't define myself with a trophy. Now the comment came from the night of thing. I really didn't know that youth step was going live during the entire competition or whatever the situation was. It wasn't until like we were like 2:00 in the morning once the show ended. We were on the bus coming back to Brooklyn, and of course I was like scrolling down or whatever my phone or whatever, and I'm seeing like when my girls was up on stage, these Instagram fan thugs of other step teams. I'm not gonna say it was step teams doing it, but it was the fans. They were, ridiculing my girls, like fat shaming them and all this other type of stuff. And that's why I got on it. And I was just like, first of all, if this is something that we're supposed to be doing positive for the youth, make a statement very clear about what exactly that I'm doing. If it was not for New York, for carrying the weight, there would be no youth step nationals competition. New York competes Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, regionals. Then we get to a national competition. So ideally, and each competition that we enter, there's $100 right there. So that's roughly $1,000. And then when we get to nationals, it's about $500, depending on if you're high school or middle school. So that's roughly about, say, rounded off like $1,000 that we're giving to youth step automatically. And it's fine that when we get to youth step or whatever the situation is, there has never been a New York team to say that they won a national competition, and it's fine. But I'm just going to let the record be known as facts. Again, there would be no youth step national competition if it was not for the New York teams carrying it for y'all to come to a table to eat. So that's just that on that comment. It wasn't no shade. It wasn't no like thing. I'm just letting the facts be known. We carry the big barnyard of opposing to. Now, when I made that comment, I started seeing changes. He's hosting regional competitions here. He's hosting regional competitions there. When just regularly teams was just getting, oh hey, you're getting an invite, and they're just like, okay, like they're getting an invite, but it's not really nothing that like I can do about it because it's not my organization. So that's where that comment pretty much came from.
And I mean, it is no lies detected because you're telling the truth. I mean, it's the absolute truth. I mean, without y'all doing the work, there would be no national for us to come up to. So I take my hats off. That's what I always make sure I give homage to New York teams. I always do. I understand that. No problem, because it was the truth. When you said it and you posted it, I was like, where is my organ? Because he is talking truth. Come on. Love it. All right. So this question right here is, what is your favorite step show? Coach D, you've been coaching, you've been stepping for a while, you've been coaching before you started Xplosive Dynasty, you have been coaching. What is your favorite step show that you have been to? You could have stepped in it or you could have just watched, either one.
The Power 98 middle school, high school step show back in the day, years ago. That's my favorite, my absolute favorite. Myers Park High School, MP Legacy has competed in it multiple times and played second place or either first. And also Army Charms, Randolph Middle School has played second place their first year in the middle school division.
Let me tell you, wasn't that Sheila Stewart before she passed away? She was in part of that too, wasn't she?
Yep.
I remember that. Cause I remember I was in high school and we stepped at Rock Hill High School, and she was like, "We want you to come to our show. Come to our show." I don't know what year it was, but we couldn't get there because something was going on in South Carolina. Our advisor couldn't come, so we came to the show anyway, and we were strolling, in that audience like we were there. We was like, I mean, I loved it. I remember them days.
The atmosphere is lit.
Yeah. Lit. That was before the Grady Cole Center put carpet on that stage.
Yep.
I'm still mad at him about that. We were gonna have our show there, but I said, "You got carpet on the stage." I said, "Oh no, never mind. We fine.
It won't work.
We fine. We fine." All right. So here goes another question for you, y'all. You know I'm right here on my phone. Coach Khalil, which competition would you do over if you can do it all over again?
It would be. Honestly, I really don't want to do no competition over because it happened. But the one that I would actually have to do over would be National Step League. Mm-hmm. When we did it last year, we did like the Brooklyn qualifier for us to like qualify to get to Atlanta, and I think the time limit was 8 minutes, and I believe that we were exactly on the 8-minute margin, like exactly like our time hit. And she pretty much told me, low-key came to me. She didn't broadcast it because if she did, I would have dragged her. But she told me that we were disqualified because of that, and I was just like, of course, when everybody comes up to you after the show, y'all should have won. What happened? Da, da, da. And I'm just like, I didn't say anything. I just not because of the embarrassment or anything of that nature. I just saved face because like I didn't get to translate the words yet to my girls to tell them like or whatever the situation is, because like deep down my girls knew that they ate that competition up like from whatever the situation was. But I would do that over. But not necessarily because too bad I'm no longer doing anything with National Step League. So run me my money and then we can talk.
Thing I have realized that if God don't do it, it just won't get done. If God don't do it, it won't get done. If God don't do it, it won't get done.
So before we get into these hot topics, Coach Khalil already had a hot one before, but before we get to these hot topics, we're going to see one more team. And this team, Lord, I forgot the team again. It's also from New York. They are called Against All Odds. Check them out. And we're back. All right, everybody, let's get into these hot topics right here. Some questions here. These are for the both of you, and we'll just jump right in. All right, the question is, first question, do you think a competition can be too competitive? Let me read the actual question on my phone. Somebody from Instagram sent this question into me. Can a step team be too competitive? When does it cross the line from being friendly competition to just being disrespectful? We can start with Coach Khalil and then we'll go to Coach D.
Oh, well, you see, Coach Benson, I relate to you so much because like you are like, I'm the version of you up north. So, and I'm like very like you always would hear my voice in a video or anything of that nature. But too competitive, I wouldn't necessarily say a step team is being like too competitive. I would say like some people tend to hype them up too much. Like they get like the cockiness gets to the team's head, and then sometimes like it translates off onto the coach, or if the coach gets it, vice versa. But like when it comes to like being like a friendly competition, I don't think any competition is friendly. Like everybody knows and that's like a known rule now. Like I'll be your friend before I get on the stage. When I get on the stage, there's no holding back because I want this just as much as you want this. So may the best team, may the best man, may the best coach have fun. may peace prevail, but we just gonna get up on the stage and that's just that.
And that's just that. Coach D, what about you? Can step teams be too competitive, friendly, crossing the line to being disrespectful?
I don't want to say friendly. I agree with Coach Khalil, definitely. I do want to say when teams take direct jabs at other teams, that's a big one. That's when you're crossing the line. Mm-hmm. But as far as being competitive or too competitive, no. It's a competition. We're here to do one thing. It is what it is.
It is what it is. And I ask it because a lot of times people at shows, they come and ask me, do your kids not like us? Because they'll never talk when they come in the building. No, they're not going to talk. And they're not going to talk to you until after we perform. We could be last. I guess we'll be mute. And it happened at a show. We went second from last. We were the last middle school team, and they mixed it in. But we went second from last at the show. We didn't talk to nobody. Talk to your team, because we don't need anybody in our heads, messing us up. So, and they were like, y'all disrespectful, you didn't talk to us. Well, maybe if you would focus, your team would get up here and go off. And we went up there and we went off, and there was 13 middle school teams and we won because we were to ourselves.
Exactly.
So I always
that's the same way that I have my girls up here. Mm-hmm. Like, because it was one year that it was something that transpired. Somebody said that my girls, somebody on my team said something in the bathroom, and I'm like, no, I think, so no.
Mm-hmm. I understand. All right. Next question. This also came from Instagram. They've been giving me some pretty good questions. I'm proud of everybody who's doing that. All right. Ooh, this is a good one. How do you feel about, well, you coach high school, but this still can help you out. You probably can still answer this question. How do you feel about middle school teams and elementary receiving less prize money than high school teams? We'll start with Coach D.
Kids doing the same thing. For real, I mean, they doing the same thing. They stepping just like high school. I mean, seriously, I feel about it.
And I say it all the time. I spend the same amount of money to get up here, but I do agree. If the registration fee is more, then I do understand. Now, if we paying the same $100, then come on. But I'm saying, if I go to a show and we all paying $60, and the high school's getting $1,200, $2,785 million, and I'm down here with 10 cents. Now I have a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
Coach Khalil, what do you think about that?
I think it's childish because, I think that as much as these organizations that's claiming that that they're getting their funding and their investors, all this other type of stuff, there's always money to be made, so there's always money to be given out to. But one thing that I've also known that a lot of people don't know about me, I did have a middle school team, but it's just me. It's just stressful, so I couldn't keep up with both a middle school team, high school team, worried about my personal life, all that other type of stuff. So, but there would be no high school teams if there's no elementary or middle school teams.
Oh! I'm about to shout. Let me go.
Because.
God.
You see that these middle school teams do carry on, and they carry the legacy, and they want to continue to get it to high school and continue it on. And it's just like, no, I don't care if they just babies or whatever the situation is. Give them what they rightfully deserve, and that's something that I implement to my girls. Make get your money's worth. Don't let nobody teach you. Let you tell them it's $50. All right, add tax to that.
Right.
Come on.
It's you gotta it's like I always say, there's money to be made.
Do you think, this is somebody else's question, do you think New York City teams are underrated by teams from down south? Hold up, let me make sure I sit up straight for this one.
Okay, so when it comes to that nature, I don't know exactly, because I'm not going to entertain a child and try to figure out whatever the situation, try to get in nobody's mind. And I'm not reaching out to a coach to feel like, oh, what do I need to improve on? You're in your lane, I'm in my lane. But as far as when it comes to New York teams or whatever the situation, I would say every style is totally, totally different across the board. Even here with teams that's in Brooklyn, we kind of step alike, but our styles are totally really different. But as underrated, I feel that it is underrated is because I don't know if some southern teams feel like they added something to it. The only thing that I would say that y'all really added to it was you give your whole routine is a production. I didn't know I was coming to like a musical play. I thought I was coming to watch a step show. And y'all have maybe about 4 popping steps that you've been doing from past weeks and past years. So it's just like you want to wrap up an old GIF and call it something new. Hey, that's what you can do. But I must necessarily say, like, I'm one of the New York teams that I ain't backing down from no Southern team or whatever that comes to it. Even if I got to battle the entire team by myself. What's up? Talk to me.
Come on. You know, I love a good battle. Come on. I love a good battle. I mean, and honestly, and people, I'm from New York, so I've learned that before moving down south. So I'm big on energy. You know what I'm saying? So when we came up north to Youth Step, I knew what I was getting myself into. Okay, it's in New Jersey, but this is New York.
Mm-hmm.
Swing the hair. Give them the life.
Then us, the run where it comes like, oh, you got to be precise. Okay, you can give us the runs to be for precise, but like all I'm seeing every other 2 steps is boom, 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 and it's just like.
You know, I love me a good ripple, so yeah.
No, I love a good ripple too. Don't get me wrong, because like I would say, like I would tell you what New York teams have committed. We've added like beats.
Mm-hmm.
Our 3-part steps, and like we do some ripples or whatever the situations is, but it's like we add other implements of like our styles into it. Like, yeah, I don't know exactly what it's because it's like looking across the board, like not just about every Southern team, but like teams that like I can remember. I'm scrolling down Instagram, it's like everybody doom, just like okay.
And let me tell you why, because a lot of shows, I'm not everybody's show, but a lot of shows, precision is way more than everything else. Everything else can be maybe 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 5. They'll make the precision score. If it's a 10 for everything else, the precision score is a 15. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of them want to get their points from using those arms a lot. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I'm one of them. I mean, because I had to adapt to where I was at. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I totally get that. I totally get that. But I'm just saying, like, if they really want to like talk the things, and like you say, like we did with Step Group, I've been doing this for years. I've been watching step teams for years or whatever the situation is. Mm-hmm. And like I know what, like if you giving me a run, I know off the back, like you're gonna give me a run for my money. And I'm here for it.
Right. We love playing certain songs. You know, step shows have their stroll songs, their set stroll songs. But lately over COVID, some of our favorite songs, the artists have been talking out of the side of the neck. All right. So my question to you is, do you think step competitions should we cancel Little Boosie songs for his comments, anti-gay and transgender comments about Little Zaya Wade? We'll go with Coach Khalil first.
Absolutely, because like you have members on the team, on each team, whether they're trying to identify their identity and becoming of life, or whether they identify as what they want to identify as, and it's just like you want me to get up and dance to a song for somebody that was just like it may not be in the song that you shaming something, but like you've done it in the main. So like you showed me your true colors, and it's like I don't need to support you or stream your music any longer to be, giving you your royalties of your cash. No.
Correct.
No, I would definitely ban that.
I understand that. Coach D, what about you?
I grew up listening to Boosie. I grew up, I was all in. Just hearing about what he had to say, I'm totally against that. And I definitely think we should cut that. Definitely. Kids gonna be kids, they gotta let them figure that out. Mm-hmm. Everybody has an opinion. You don't have to open your mouth and voice that opinion. Everybody have an opinion about something. So right. Yeah, I think it should be cut.
I appreciate you guys answering these questions here, but we do have another segment, all right? And it is called Never Have I Ever, the Step Show Competition Edition. All right, so if I say something and you have done it, you hold it up right here. Hold the I have, and if you haven't done it, hold up the have not. All right? Question number 1. Never have I ever, the Step Competition Edition. Oh, this is going to be a good one because we just mentioned this. Never have I ever been disqualified from a show. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Now, this wasn't with X Factor. This was back when I stepped in high school, we were disqualified. We went overtime. We had 10 minutes and we went 12 and we didn't care. Yeah, we're taking our 12. We practiced this. We traveled from Spartanburg all the way to Beaufort. That is a long drive. We're taking our time. Disqualifies, it don't even matter.
But honestly, let's bring back those 12-minute step shows.
Are you sure?
The reason why I say that is because, like, looking at these teams, if you want to do a production, get your production done in the time frame that you have it. Because some of y'all be doing production and it just be like, yes, the beautiful outfits though. So I'm just what I can say.
I ain't mad at you.
All over the place. Bro. Seriously, some are all over the place.
Yeah.
See, I can do a good 7 minutes. My routines are 7 minutes and we done. Like, I feel like I hit you with it and let's just leave. Like, why? I don't want you. If everybody starts doing this during your performance, it's like, y'all been up there a long time, right? So I understand. Get off the floor. Never have I ever been to a show, didn't win, but I knew for a fact I should have won that show. Did I put it close enough so everybody see? I think everybody has. Okay. Never have I ever walked out of a show before they announced the awards. I guess everybody has done that. All right. Here we go. Never have I ever got last place at a competition. We went to the show and they said, y'all swing too much hair. And it was 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 0. I was like,
I love the hair. I love it. I live.
Yeah,
right.
That is, that's like the essence of it though. But
basically, all right, here we go. Never have I ever, oh Lord God Almighty, went off at a show after the placements were called.
let me just let this be very clear. I have, and I would do it time and time again, because I don't play when it comes to my kids.
Oh, I'll edit this right out here. All right, Coach Khalil, you had something to say about Steppaz in Command and tell us what you was about to say. It's another hot topic, y'all. Go ahead, Coach Khalil.
I must say that I know I'm not gonna say that we're like trendsetters or anything, because I don't do that. I know if it's an inspiration, kudos to that. But like, I've seen teams literally get it. I've gotten videos of people sending me videos of like, oh, is this your team? You have a step team in North Carolina? And I'm like, no, I don't have a step team in North Carolina. And then I come to find out like they were literally saying STEPPAZ, and I'm like, okay, who is this and why are you saying that, or whatever the situation is. And then I almost got into a lawsuit for it, because they apparently booked a show and must have gotten some type of compensation for it. And I had to clarify that real quick, because I'm like, that money never hit my account at all. So
and your Steppaz in Command LLC.
Exactly.
Right.
Let people know that. Let people know that. So it's if you didn't see, and if I'm from an email Steppaz in Command at iCloud, it is not me. I think I have the video. I think I can send it to you if you want to forward it in.
You ain't got to even. I'm the one who sent it to you. You
know what you are, right? Yeah.
Here we go. Now that we got those hot topics out the way, and we got never have I ever out the way, let's name some super teams. All right, we all have our favorite teams, and how do super teams work? All right. This is a super team. You're going to nationals, all right? You're going to USTEP and Stomp Wars. They're mixing it together. Disney World, when they had it, you're mixing it together. You got to take a super team, but you can't choose your own team, all right? You got to have one high school girls, one high school boys, one high school co-ed, one middle school team, and one elementary school team. Who are you taking to nationals for your super team? And remember, you can't choose your own team.
Ooh. Well, I don't know if I say this, I know probably got a lot of people hitting me up like, you gotta give us a shout out.
Yeah. Just one.
Just one. Now if you gotta take two, we'll understand. But try just one. But if you need to go to an honorable mention, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, Coach D, what you got?
High school girls, I'm gonna go with Chaotic.
Oh, we know they you know they co-ed now.
And I mean, I'm here for it. For real. I love it.
That's a go ahead.
High school boys, I'm gonna go with Height, Greenville, North Carolina. High school co-ed, it was hard. But I gotta go with Boss Productions.
Okay.
I love everything about them. I gotta go with Boss Productions.
Me too.
And I was torn between them and VTC. I'm sorry. I love VTC. Middle school, I'm definitely going with X Factor. You already know I'm a huge fan of X Factor.
Come on, X Factor. That's what's up.
And elementary, I gotta go with 3G.
Everybody does. I mean
everybody.
Really? Yeah. All right, Coach Khalil, who's your super team?
For elementary, I'm gonna go with Xplosive right here in Brooklyn.
What?
Today?
When I say they ate that show up in Atlanta. That national show that goes on in Atlanta, they ate that show up. Oh, all right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Middle school, I was torn, so I'm gonna have to go with Highly Qualified and X Factor.
Okay,
if I combine both of y'all, like I don't even want to sit and watch the show. Just tell me how it went, and then because I know it's just y'all gonna burn a hole in that floor.
That would be sick. Let me call the Coach Timmy up and say we need to do a little something like that. That would be crazy.
Thank y'all too.
High school co-ed, I'm gonna go with Mecca Unleashed.
Ooh.
Let me let y'all know this right now, like for these people that's gonna be watching this or whatever the case is. If you want to talk about production up here in New York, Jamal is the man to see about production. Okay,
yes, he is.
I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. He's the person that will give you a production and tell you a story all in one. And then some of y'all will be looking at like, what was this? What movie was this from? Oh, okay, do your history.
Hold on, I became a fan of his when he posted that video a long time ago. They were doing, I guess, a warm up to Rise Up.
Yes.
I was like, I said, bro, I hit him up.
His annual stuff, especially when he taps in doing anything Black history, is just like, just making me want to cry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're sick. I love that team. I love them. All right, go ahead. I can talk about them.
High school boys, I'm gonna have to give it to GOV.
Come on.
They style of stepping is just like, what? And how's everybody managing to stay clean at the same time? But it's amazing. And high school girls, okay. I was torn between the two, and I really, really love both teams. Supreme Royalty and Unity Queens from Brooklyn.
Oh.
So I would really have to go. I mean, there's other girl teams here in Brooklyn or whatever the situation is. Love them to pieces, but Unity Queen and Supreme Royalty would be my choice.
That'd be a sick duo too. I like both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you got them all? You got co-ed too?
Yeah.
Oh, you said Mecca Unleashed. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna say mine. I've already said all mine already. But all y'all teams, I'll take all of them. Make that whole super team for everybody that y'all said. All right. I love them. All right. So I didn't put this on the question list, but I'm going to bring this here to you. What is one team that you would want your team to battle? And Coach, even though you're still getting started with your new team, but when y'all get ready and y'all ready to compete, who is that team? Because like I told Jamarian on here, when y'all get yourself together, I'm coming and knocking at the door. And everything, when COVID is over with, you said, y'all got your team set, everything's ready. I'm saying, all right, what gym do y'all want to battle in? Let's go. And if y'all don't hit me back, I'm knocking on your doors. Come on. But what team would you want your team to battle with? And y'all, they're from Charlotte, so you already know I got to always battle the teams from Charlotte. Got to always. So what team would you want your team to battle? That one team.
Me.
Coach Steve.
EOC. I love Elements class. I really do.
That'd be a good one. They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good. All right. Coach Khalil, what's that team that you would want your team to battle?
Oh, honestly speaking, I would really have to go with Chaotic, because like I our styles are like totally different, but like I just sometimes when I see videos of Coach Steppaz stepping, I just be like, yeah, put me and him on the floor together, bro. It's like,
Right.
it's just like our style is just like really ridiculous. But yeah, I would really see us just like going battling them.
I can take that.
We was actually supposed to do something, a step workshop this year after Youth Step Nationals, like the day after. We was trying to do like a workshop, but you know, COVID took over. So
took over, right? But if I had to pick a team, for my team to battle, go face to face, what a battle is, I would pick Royal Diamonds. They're a high school team, and I need my team to always elevate up. My team to see how much could we hold up against y'all. How much could we get? I don't want to, look, not saying anything with middle school teams, but I want to look up. I want to go against TBS. I want to battle. I want to battle against DSSD to kind of bring us up. Not saying we'll beat them, but I want to be able to be like, we held our own against y'all, and it'll make them better. It'll make them better. That's I do really truly appreciate you you gentlemen coming on here with me today, keeping it real as you both did, and I hope COVID ends so we can get back to the
news that I'm going to be sharing.
Pertaining
to Steppaz in Command. Let's just say like it's coming to be we're branching out.
Okay.
So
come on, ain't mad at you.
So yeah, it's gonna be some news pertaining to that. I'll definitely, of course, I think I'll do a live with it because I haven't really fully mentioned it to the girls yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
And just know when you mention it, I'm going to come on my thing when it's just me, and I'm going to talk about it. If you saw the one with Chaotic and YKH, as soon as you mention it, just know, okay, Ben's about to put it in, and he's going to talk about it. It's just, what I do. It's what we do.
I
just
appreciate
talk about
it.
I'm going to talk about it. I'll be like, Steppaz in Command did what? And I'm going to have my nice little 8-minute segue and all that good stuff. So yeah, I need more content for me. Come on. So thanks everyone for watching this edition of the Step Exchange. Everything you need to know, want to know, and must know about the step team world is going to come from me.